welcome to Anchors in Time. My name's Rachel and I am back with an update on my Dollhouse renovation project. I've got the roof on. Well, I've got half the roof on. I have been procrastinating. I know it's been 2 months since I showed you this doll's house, but I've been busy and I've been sick, so I have a good excuse, but I have made a start. So a lot of the feedback that I got, which thank you very much for all of that feedback and comments and what have you, it was incredibly helpful, and some of you had some great ideas which I have squirreled away for future parts of this project. But quite a lot of you said about keeping the outside sympathetic to the original, and I like that idea. And then somebody said about making it more 3D and more real, and I was like, oh, I like that idea as well. So that is the vibe that we're going for the outside at least. So what I have done is I've taken the original paper off, which was badly damaged. I did try and save as much of it as I can. It was very water damaged. It wasn't surviving, but I'm using it as a template for the new stuff. And the new tile I've made out of clay. So this is Stone Effect air drying clay, and it took me a good couple of hours to do this, but I basically made a very big thin sheet like pasta, and I laid it onto the roof, and I pressed a microfiber towel into it to get some texture, and then I've hand carved all of these tiles onto this roof bit. My idea was that I wanted it to look lived in and slightly weathered and have some imperfections, because I made 2 test runs, one where I followed the paper as closely as possible and I didn't like it. It looked too old, it looked too much like a cottage wall. And then I did another one where it was very neat and it looked like brand new slate, and I liked that more, but it wasn't quite right. So I've kind of settled for an in-betweeny kind of thing, so a more lived-in roof but with newer, cleaner tiles. So I have done nice squares and then put texture in. So this took about a week to dry. It still needs to be sanded along the edges. I also need to do the top section as well, and then it'll be sealed, and then I can paint and I can do all of that fun stuff. I also need to do the other brickwork as well, and I've got some clay to do that. I've got some terracotta clay to do the bricks and the chimney, and I also have some white clay to do kind of like a stone effect on the white section as well. I'm experimenting with texture to try and see if I can get a nice brick texture. That's where I am right now, but that's a task for future Rachel, because it's Christmas time and I have a lot of things that I need to do, including tidying my craft room, so I'm gonna go and do that.